From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete, right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On second and goal, Herbert. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop inside the red zone. Every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
This is third and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. The Chiefs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, That gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mahomes going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look... able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Returnable for Watson. And he'll be out right at the 35. No score after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Herbert now. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a 1st down, and he's coming off a career-best 76 catches and 1,146 yards last season and was rewarded with a nice extension for his efforts. Definitely hoping continuous improvement in his 6th season as a Chargers' big play threat.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't
think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there was no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Herbert on first down now. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Justin Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On second down, Eckler. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Eckler now between the tackles. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. For this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That third down conversion good for 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Dances by him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the 25 on second down, Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Hopkins' kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Complete, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Chargers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.